Good evening, I'm Annette Peagler. We're starting the show tonight with some incredible video just sent in by Local 24 News reporter Rebecca Butcher. Rebecca was out eating in Overton Square when she witnessed protesters blocking a white truck. You can see right there. The truck driver continued to drive into a small group of protesters until the group got so big they had to stop. Well, tonight, for the fifth straight night in Memphis, demonstrators will make their voices heard in solidarity and in honor of George Floyd and other recent victims of police-involved killings. Last night, an estimated 500 people marched across downtown Memphis, and tonight, a similar gathering is planned. Local 24 News is bringing you team coverage of the ongoing unrest downtown. News reporter Brad Broders is looking ahead to events planned for tonight, and Caitlin McCarthy has a look back at how things got out of hand last night. Let's start with Brad. Protests for racial equality made their way into cities outside of Memphis this afternoon with a march through Covington. The group marched to Frazier Park, where booths were set up for people to register to vote. Information was also given on license renewals, credit repair, and literacy. Organizers say the walk was in direct support of Black Lives Matter and would be peaceful, but with a purpose. Our Verified team is working nonstop right now to separate facts from fear when it comes to COVID-19. Here's Jason Puckett with a look at viral claims about the survival rate. Shoppers flocked to the farmers market at the Agri Center International today as the Memphis staple adjusts to new rules under Shelby County's Back to Business plan. This is the first Saturday the farmers market has been open since coronavirus shut things down. Special precautions are being taken to protect the health and safety of its shoppers and vendors. Social distancing rules are enforced and masks are required for people to shop for produce. Now, customers cannot touch the produce. The farmers market also has plastic sheeting up between shoppers and vendors. The Agri Center Farmers Market will be back open at 9 a.m. this coming Tuesday. The University of Memphis is doing what it can to make international students feel at home. Many of those kids are not allowed to travel because of the coronavirus, so dozens of volunteers cooked and served more than 300 Indian meals to make the students feel a little more at home. This is the second leg of the Memphis Sikh community's effort to make real change. They have also been cooking and donating meals to area hospitals. Volunteers will pass out even more food on Fridays and Saturdays for the next 3 weeks. Only 4% of Boy Scouts accomplished the rank of Eagle, and one local boy is not letting the pandemic get in his way of his accomplishment. Social distancing means no one could gather to hold a court of honor to celebrate Philip Lavelle Twilley. Instead, Philip stood on the sidewalk outside of his home so people could drive by and congratulate him. Philip joined the Cub Scouts in second grade, earning 60 merit badges in that time. The Cordova High School graduate will continue serving people as a member of the U.S. Navy in the fall. And it's MLK weekend, and events are happening across the city to honor the legacy of Dr. Martin Luther King. Today, the Collective and Friends of the Library hosted a book and tablet giveaway at the Hollywood Library. There was also an art contest, resources for parents, and local celebrities on hand to read to the kids. Well, good morning, John and Caitlin. The sun is starting to rise, and we're finally starting to see some daylight images of this devastation. I want to focus your attention on this area right here. This area right on your screen there used to be filled with trees, and you can see that it's just scattered with trees now. That's because those winds, those powerful winds of 130 miles per hour ripped through here. And I also want to focus your attention on this hotel. This is the Holiday Inn. Several rooms, dozens of rooms here, windows shattered out. People were actually asked to move from their hotel room to a safe room on the lower level. And my room was actually on the 4th floor of this hotel, directly above that room.
In front of the National Civil Rights Museum in downtown Memphis, where you can see people are kneeled right now in front of the museum. I want my photographer to show this live picture. It's very powerful. It's right in front of the National Civil Rights Museum. They started at FedEx Forum, and they've moved all the way from FedEx Forum to Memphis City Hall. Then they went around downtown Memphis, back up B.B. King, and ended here at the National Civil Rights Museum.
Highway 72 is back open at this time, and the good news tonight, no one was injured in that shootout, but Marshall County deputies took Brandon Chambers into custody around 3 this afternoon. They found him hiding inside of a house right off of Highway 72 in Marshall County. Now, investigators are still trying to figure out a motive at this point. Marshall County Sheriff Kenny Dickerson says Chambers broke into at least 2 homes on Highway 72 before firing at cars on that highway. Sheriff Dickerson says Chambers used a revolver that was stolen from one of those homes. Those bullets hit a mail carrier truck. Investigators say that bullet Barely missed the driver. Sheriff Dickerson says once the suspect fired shots at the vehicles, he ran from the scene and ran into a nearby wooded area. Deputies located him hiding in one of those homes off of Highway 72. Now, Sheriff Dickerson says that this suspect is expected to face a laundry list of charges, including 3 counts of residential burglary and also attempted murder. Reporting live in Marshall County, Annette Peagler, Local 24 News. Well, because schools are closed during COVID-19, millions of students are now at risk of falling behind grade level, especially with summer coming up. But there are ways to fight summer learning loss. Specialists say staying on track with a routine is key.
And then just broke whatever he wanted to break, frames and, pictures of us and our kids and stuff, and it's just sickening.
Heather Foley gave us an exclusive look inside of her mother's home where shooting suspect Brandon Chambers was hiding after he went on a crime spree in Marshall County, Mississippi.
She had some prescriptions that he had taken. He took some money, so he made himself some lunch. And he had a bowl of soup that he cooked in the microwave.
I'm standing in one of the homes deputies say the suspect Brandon Chambers ransacked. You can see just how bad the damage is in here. Broken paintings, glass on the floor. And deputies say that this is the home that he stole that revolver from. Marshall County Sheriff Kenny Dickerson says Chambers took that gun and walked feet away to Highway 72 and opened fire right around noon on the busy highway west of Sladen.
It's just a miracle that, we didn't have a shooting and a murder on our hands.
He hit the vehicle of a woman who was on her way to work in Olive Branch and a USPS mail carrier truck.
Projectile went in his windshield, glanced off the steering wheel, and then bounced off the door on the passenger side. And it come within an inch or 2 of his head.
Marshall County deputies started searching for Chambers with the help of the DeSoto County Sheriff's Department and the Mississippi Highway Patrol. Dickerson says they found him inside of this home, and Chambers finally surrendered, but not before leaving his mark on the homes he burglarized.
I'm so glad she wasn't home, because who knows what could have happened. I'm just so thankful that she's okay.
In Marshall County, Annette Peagler, Local 24 News.